I agree, obviously, putting up minimum wage is a good thing. That will help lots of people. But then I think to, counteract that by putting up taxes everywhere else, you end up sort of cancelling out the thing that you tried to do in the first place. That, to me, seems like such a backwards thing to do. If there obviously, when the government got in, previous governments have been very, we need to make the world greener, we need to get people into electric cars, and, to invest loads of money in infrastructure, they're really expensive anyway. There's not much of a used market. They deplete in value. To then sort of make it even less attractive to have one, when I'd argue it's, compared to the ease of having a petrol car, I would love to have an electric vehicle, but it costs too much money. I'm definitely going to get one now, because now it's going to cost me too much money, and then I'm going to have to keep paying more money on top of that.
I'm sorry, we live in a society now where everything costs a lot of money, and I think you have to be mindful that if you're going to bring a family up, then you've got to be able to afford them. And I think if, even for anybody on very little income, you've got to put that into a plan now. You can't just expect more money from benefits. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't have more children, but you do have to work a bit harder in the UK, and I agree, leave it, do not change that cap whatsoever. I think it's worked quite well.
For young people up and coming and sort of minimum wage areas, that's going to bring a lot more people into the tax bracket, so I'm not sure it's a good thing or not. It sounds good on the surface, but when it comes to reality and employers, how it's going to impact on them is more my concern, really. Sometimes I'm a bit of conspiracy theory. I'm not surprised, considering this time the budget has been more leaked than it's ever been leaked before. So there's a part of me that thinks possibly it was leaked so the market could react and then settle down afterwards when she speaks. So.
Yeah, from a personal perspective, I suppose nothing immediate. The headline that grabbed me most was probably amendments to pension tax, just because I think it might incentivise employers to start considering salary sacrifice a bit less, which might have a knock-on effect on me, but then wouldn't in the immediate term. I'm not in a position to be worried about mansion tax yet, but it does give me the impression that could lead to capital flight. I think it'll be something that's catching a lot of attention today. At this stage, I don't think many people are surprised that it's happening. I suppose there'll be an investigation into how it actually occurred, whether or not there might have been some intention behind it, but I don't think it is out of kilter with the rest of the chaos we've seen in the political climate at the moment. So.